I believe in Staten Island. Staten Island has made my fortune. But I was raised in a Brooklyn fashion. I gave myself freedom to borrow money from whoever I wanted. But I was taught never to dishonor my family. I found a Joe Furia, an Italian with all the scams. He invited me to WrestleMania after WrestleMania, concert after concert. Went to the movies with him. Stayed out late playing hockey in his apartment. I didn't protest. 2 years ago, he took me for a drive to Detroit, Michigan with, another friend. They made me drink whiskey. And forced me to pay money I convinced myself I did not owe. And they took advantage of me. I resisted. I kept my money in my pocket. So pretty much they beat me. Like an animal. When I was in the hospital, my nose was broken. My jaw was shattered, held together by a wire. I couldn't even weep because of the amount of pain that I was in. Sorry. I went to the police. Like a good Brooklynite. One of those two boys was brought to trial. The judge sentenced him to 3 years of prison in New Jersey. Suspended sentence. Suspended sentence. They went free. That very day, in fact, I stood in a courtroom like a fool. And those two bastards, Joe and Matt, they smiled at me. Then I said to my wife, for justice, we must go to Don Bernzioni.
Why did you go to the police? Why didn't you come to me first? Why do you owe money for WrestleMania for 2 years?
Well, what do you want from me? Tell me anything. But do what I beg of you, please.
What is that?
Give me my LBI fucking deposit back.
That I cannot do.
I'll do anything you ask.
We've known each other for many years. When this is the first time you came to me for counsel, for help, I can't remember the last time you even invited me into your house, or even a beer, a drink. Even though your wife is my dear sister, but let's be frank here. You never wanted my friendship, and you were afraid to be in my debt.
I just didn't want to get in trouble.
I understand. You found a good living here in Staten Island. You made a good trade. You worked at Adobe Blues. The police protected you, and they were courts of law. And you didn't need a friend of me. But now you come to me and you say, Don Byrnesfather, give me justice. You don't ask me with respect. You don't offer friendship. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Instead, you come into my house on the day of the worst awards, and you ask me to do murder for money.
I came to you for justice.
That is not justice. You are still alive.
Then they can suffer as I suffer. How much shall I pay you?
Guy, what have I ever done to you to treat me so disrespectfully? Had you come to me in friendship, then the scum that did this to you would be suffering this very day. And to be an honest man like yourself, your enemies would become my enemies. And then they would fear you.
Be my friend. Godfather.
Good. Someday, and that day may never come, you will do a service for me. But I want you to accept this gift of justice from me on the day of the worst awards.
Grazie, Godfather.
There you go. There you go. Very good. Very good. Give this to Ramsey. I want a reliable person.
Reliable? What about Will?
Will's a fucking pussy!